Hey everybody, it is your friend Keith, here again live in the control room at Essex Recording Studios, just outside London in England, and I've got the nicest Les Paul we've ever seen from the 1970s. Right over here, guys. Believe it or not, this is an all original, as far as we've been told, all original 1978 Les Paul Custom. It definitely hasn't been refinished. It hasn't had any neck breaks. It has all of the original binding and fret nibs. The condition is extraordinary. Look at the top. The paint has the luster as if it was made yesterday. It's crazy, guys. Yes, there is some patina, as you would expect, on the hardware, pickup covers, but like the ebony fretboard and the inlays, they haven't yellowed at all. This is a case queen. This is unheard of for 41 years. Guys, this does not look like a 41-year-old guitar. Look at the split diamond. Look at the mother of pearl Gibson logo. Not an ounce of yellow in any of this, which we've never seen. We had a 77 that was extremely clean, and that was the cleanest one that we've seen. But this 78 takes the cake. It really does. It's impossible to find these guitars this clean, guys. Original Gibson case from the era. I want to spin this around. The strings are loose right now, by the way, just because it was shipped to us. So you can see this has the 3-piece maple neck with that cherry burst finish. Serial number 717-08628. If we'll get in focus, there we go. Made in USA stamp, as you can see right in there. You have the Gibson gold Scaler, however you pronounce it, German tuners. I mean, look at the headstock. There's no like corners chipped off or anything. It's crazy, guys. You just can't find them this clean. Usually the paint is all worn off around the edges of the neck. Not the case. Usually in here, the paint has worn through. Obviously, if we get the light directly over it, you can see indentations from like the button on your jeans, from 41 years. But if we take the light off of it, directly shining on it, you can't see any of that. Wow. And again, the paint is totally intact. It's just amazing, guys. The binding around the body, front and back, all looks superb. This is the real deal, guys. And it doesn't have the pancake body, which is, again, a big bonus to a lot of people. Wow. So you have the mahogany body, maple neck, which gives it a good weight and killer tone, guys. This thing is amazing. I'll just bring it out of the case so you can see it a little bit better all the way around. If you know of a better one, let me know so I can get it. This thing is just insanely clean. You're not going to go 41 years without having little marks, and slight wear. But this is just unheard of. The only way you get binding this white after 41 years is if it's spent most of its life very well stored and cared for. It couldn't have been out of its case for long. even with the hardware. I mean, look at those original tuners. Get in focus. It's gonna focus. Now there's no rust. Look at this, look at the screws. They're not all rusty. This is pretty wild, guys. Have a look at all the 70s Les Paul customs, Les Paul standards you want. You're not going to find an ebony fretboard and mother of pearl inlays this clean. It's not happening. Wow. I've got the fan going. I don't know if you can hear it in the video here, but it's almost 100 degrees in England. They've had world record heat. I think it's the hottest day ever recorded today. We're all walking around in our underwear here, sweating our asses off, because there's no air conditioning in Europe. I know Paris had its hottest day on record. It was like 104 degrees Fahrenheit, I think it was today. It's crazy. Awesome, guys. I think you know exactly what we're dealing with here, condition-wise. And you have a really good idea of what this looks like up close and in person. If you've got any questions at all, hit me up. Compare it to some of the other videos. Compare it to the 77 that we had. Another thing to note, versus the 77, look at the top. So you have a one-piece mahogany body and one-piece carved maple top, it looks like, which I really like. I think that is just way more premium. The burst on this is awesome. Yeah. That looks killer, guys. All right, I am out of here. Thanks for hanging out with me. Next is another Les Paul custom shop guitar. This one's an Elegant with abalone inlays. So this will be coming up here in a little bit. Just finished the photos, got to do the video next, but we've got some killer Les Pauls, guys. If you want to record with us, that's what we're all about. That's what this console's for. All the outboard gear, all the amps, the guitars, all the preamps there. It's for you. So hit us up. You can work with James Curtis Thomas. He's an amazing producer and engineer. He did this album, Aaron Buchanan, the Cult Classics. You've got to listen to this. Go on Spotify or YouTube. Listen to the track Morals. That one's my favorite. Insane vocals, and James plays all the drums on that album as well. But we like to have the best gear, and we hope it attracts the best musicians, the most serious musicians. I'm sure we'll get to use this on a few recording projects between now and when it sells, but it will be stored quite carefully here in its Gibson case. All right. I'll see you guys in the next video coming up right after this. Take it easy.